Okay, so the question is, what happens when you're at work and something changes? Can it affect your home life, your sex life? The answer is yes. And sometimes you may not see it. It can just sneak up on you. And that's what we're talking about today in this particular coaching session. And hey, my name is Brian, AKA Uncle B. And this is what I do. We talk about coaching one-on-one, but it's so much information. We got to share it. So the guys who I'm doing coaching with have agreed to share the conversations that we have. And that's what we have for you right now. We have a teacher in his 40s dealing with regular life, and it's a change up in his schedule that messed with him. We're going to get into it right now. Oh, by the way, if you want to get a coaching session with me, check the link down below. But let's go. Let's get it.
All right, so we have another coaching session today, and let's get into it. Thanks for being on board, and let me find out. Well, two things. Two things. How old are you, and where are you from?
44. I'm from Washington, D.C.
Oh, okay. Love it, love it. I'm in high school right outside of Washington D.C., so I'm very familiar. Grew up there, um, okay. So what's going on? How can I help?
Um, my health hasn't been failing me, but I have not been having a strong erections probably since the summertime. Like it's like seemed like this flick of a switch came on around the end of August, and I've been just not having strong erections. So, I've been dibbling and dabbling, looking around, and then I found you on YouTube, and I've been looking at a lot of your series, and I've gotten some GoodWood and all that great stuff, and I've seen some improvement. But I want to now take this to a whole nother level. So.
Mm, good idea. Good idea. So let's go through a couple of things right quick just to get a baseline in terms of your eating. So how are you? Well, how is your eating and how is your weight? Is it where you wanted to be? Do you need to lose some weight? What's going on?
Well, ever since you talk about not eating meat, I've done that starting in December. I took 14 days, just do everything plant based, and it's stuck to me. So I've dropped 25 pounds from December to this date right now.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm feeling good with a lot of things I'm doing. So I don't know if that really answers the question, but 25 pounds dropped, and I can tell in my face. My wife is super excited about a lot of things that's going on. My clothes are getting bigger, so.
I like that. I like that. Yeah, and that makes a huge difference. I was at 285 at one point, so I understand that things aren't where they're supposed to be, and you drop it, man. That's amazing. Keep that up. Uh, and so that's it. In terms of your sleep, how is your sleep going?
Sleep. I just got the new Apple Watch, which the Ultra. So I've been tracking my sleep. It's not as good as I thought it was. I'm thinking I'm sleeping through the night, and it said I'm only getting like 4 core hours of sleep. So I must be turning. I know I get up, maybe once or twice, use the restroom, in the middle of the night. So I'm not gonna. The sleep is not as good as I thought it was by tracking it with the Apple Watch.
Yeah, that's important to do, and it's a good thing you did do that, so you can find that out. When you're getting up to go to the restroom, is it are you get a steady flow, or is it you feel like you have to go and nothing comes out?
It's a steady flow.
Okay, okay, good. That means you don't have BPH. And basically, what I had to say, just as a quick recommendation, you have to treat yourself like a kid. My parents used to tell me after 7 o'clock I couldn't drink anything.
Okay.
It's 5 years old, wet in the bed, that had to stop. So now you know better than wet the bed, to get up. The problem
Yeah.
is still drinking after 7 o'clock. So see if that works. Do you have any other things that can distract you in the evening, such as pets in the room or anything like that?
Got a part-time job. I usually come in I work at the Capital One, so sometimes I might come in late. I'm not winding myself down as well as I'm a coach as well for in basketball, so I might come home stressed from practice or something like that. So those are things that kind of might take my mind and have my mind wandering as the night goes on.
Okay. Um, just a couple of things. I mean, I did a video talking about sleep, some sleep rituals and things you can do. Um, So what I would say for that is that, before you go to sleep, write down what, if you're things that you may have to do tomorrow, so you can get that out of your mind. And, things that are going on right now in terms of, just dealing with the day to day, you may need to do some meditation, made you to do some, just think about what you're grateful for. So it's like, yeah, my man missed that shot. He's not practicing, et cetera, et cetera. But we got a great team. We're on our way to doing something. Whatever's just going to, because one of the things to think about is what you think about before you go to sleep. Sometimes you wake up thinking about the same thing. Well, that's happening while you're asleep.
Okay.
So you want to think about some good things that are going on so that your mind sort of settles down. And when you wake up, you're going to feel a lot more refreshed.
Okay.
So those things. And let's say also, let's keep on going. As far as your exercise, aside from, shooting around sometimes, what kind of exercise are you doing?
I'm doing hit. I started doing hit. I've been doing hit like maybe all of the fall. I'm starting to lift heavy now. Go to the gym with my son. I'm starting to lift heavy now. Since you said that, I saw that a lot of your clips and your videos. I walk 3 days a week, maybe 3 miles or more. As the weather is turning, it will become an everyday thing when I get out. The sun, the time has changed. I can now come home from work and it's not dark, so I can now get out and get that hour and a half in. So
perfect. Yeah. Keep that up. And as far as is it scheduled out, or are you random with it? How many days a week are you doing that?
It's kind of random right now. I'm a school teacher, so as school winds down, it will be like going into the summer. It'll be like an everyday thing. I have like 4 to 5 months where I'm just hitting it like I'm an athlete. Then school gets back in, and then you just like it gets sporadic. It's I don't feel like doing it this day because it was a long day or something like that. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I mean, I would say obviously keep doing what you're doing during the summer, but for your even for work, often I have to tell guys it's like once you're 65, they're not going to remember you. Your kids will remember you, but the people that paying you a check will be like, who? What? So take care of yourself now. So if you need to do some things to alter your schedule, I even had a guy who was a male nurse working a night shift. I was like, if you got to work harder so you can get to become a manager and have somebody else do that, then that's what you do. So figure that out. And do you do any intermittent fasting?
Yes, I do. I don't eat lunch until about 12:30. So the last time I eat it depends. I was good about a month ago, eating around 7:30. Now it's like 8:30 now, but I don't eat lunch until like 12:30.
Okay, good. That helps in a lot of ways. And the last thing, as far as your soul, your stress levels, how is that going for you?
Oh, pretty good so far right now. I mean, with like I say, with the weight dropping and some of your videos, I've been kind of changing a lot of things of how I view things, how I go about things. Now those things can change weekly, monthly, things like that, but everything right now is pretty good, stress wise.
Okay, good. Do you do any meditation?
I try. I'm on good for about 3 minutes. Like I'm building into it.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing I would say to guys. It's like a lot of times we think of got to be sitting on the side of a mountain and some homes and stuff like that. That's too complicated. Those 3 minutes, it makes a huge difference. If you can do it more often during the day, and that's the thing that I say. That works for me, just got me into doing it more often, is just pointing out that it makes you more efficient. Because your brain is going 24/7 and you're going to miss, just things that are going to make your life easier. It could be, in fact, I just did it with my business the other day. It was something that was just sitting there for a couple of years and I never thought to do it. And it was like, my brain just because I started doing a lot more meditation as a shorter kind. I was trying to do like 10 minutes at a time. And of course I would miss sometimes, but when I'm doing like a minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, more times throughout the day, same effect and almost to a point, a little bit better effect. So keep that up. So let's get back to the original point, which was, you said sometime in August that that things started changing?
Yes, I started noticing things changing.
Okay.
Like some of the sexual desires have went away. I guess they call it libido and all that stuff. And I noticed that I couldn't hold at one point I couldn't hold an erection at all. And I was like, oh. So, I went to my doctor, called my doctor, all these different things, and we went over some stuff. But
Hmm.
It's just, yeah. So, that's why I changed a lot of other things that I've done.
Okay. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You sound like a responsible husband and father right there, sir. Keep that up. So let's dive a little bit deeper. So obviously, August brings that change of like you're going into the school year. My sister's a teacher, so I know you guys do a ramp up in terms of like, you got to get to the school and clean and all this, get the books, get all that stuff. I know what you're doing. I appreciate it, but I know that takes us toll. It adds to a level of stress
Hmm.
going. Um, I think that, with what you're doing and the changes that you've already made, you keep doing
Hmm.
that, you get back on path, especially when summer hits and you have that more time to get into it. But really think through in terms of what you can do the next time. Because that stress stuff, a lot of times for men, and I've talked to a lot of guys, I'll say, uh, like you said earlier, it's like, yeah, my stress is good. It's like, how you sleep? Sleep's not good. It's like, well, those two things tie in together.
Hmm.
So you actually are stressed. You're doing what we do as men. We compartmentalize. It's like,
Hmm.
yeah,
Okay.
it's stress. I handle it, and I should be able to go to sleep. And it's like your brain is like, nah, you still thinking about it. So you actually are stressed. So what you would need to do is start, sort of getting a mental check, not even a mental checklist, write down what stresses you, what are your triggers.
Okay.
And it could go beyond just, school year, it could be a relationship, it could be, got a son, you got children, those things, that's always going to be random. But there may be something just, it's let me, something sitting on the side. It's like, I need to take that pile of clothes or I need to fix this thing over here. It's just slightly irritating me. As you're going down, you write that down, get that accomplished. As you're getting those things accomplished, it's just like your weight. As you're getting that accomplished, you feel so much better. It's like, oh, I didn't even think that was in any way, shape, or form bothering me, but
Hmm.
sitting in the back of your mind. Um, and one other thing for in August, was there any changes in terms of anything that you were eating or taking? Did you any medications or anything like that?
No, as you was talking, it just hit me. Like, this is the first time in 12 years I've worked summer school. So we gonna say stress. So I've usually have 8 weeks off, and it just hit me like, wow, I did not have my 8 weeks off this year.
Yeah.
And as I was trying to wind down, it was time to wind back up. It's time to turn back up and get back into school mode, because they only give you 2.5, maybe 3 weeks off. I had 2.5 weeks off, and
Mm.
that's when it really started. I never thought about that. That's when it started. Just everything started going south for me.
Hey, that's what coaching is for, man. There's some things that you just never. I have a coach myself, not for this particular issue, but for business coach, life coach. It's always something like, oh my God, I didn't even think. Why didn't I? Yeah, yeah. So, and you're a coach too, so you know. Uh,
Yes.
so yeah, so be aware of that. I mean, if there's something that you can do to, I mean, I don't know if you can not do that or whatever your situation is, but just
I'm going to look into it. Definitely, I am. I'm going to look into it. We're talking about principal tomorrow. I'm like, hey.
okay. Good deal. Good deal. So, let's see. Is there anything else?
um,
Well, one question, real quick. Are you taking any medications?
no, I'm not taking any medication.
Okay.
I take my GoodWood. I put it in with the pine pollen. I'm taking the pine pollen tincture. That
Mm,
that stuff that stuff is just it's amazing. Like both like you say, supplements are amazing that I am putting into my life. Now I'm trying to take it out. This is my 3 weeks off of not using it. I just want to see how I am without using it. It's not,
mhm.
you know it's not as going as good as I thought it would be. But like I said, I'm going to start putting the weight system thing, working out and stuff like that with the heavy weights and the hit stuff. That's
Mhm.
what I'm doing now. So
Yeah, yeah. I mean, you're going through the process of changing up your lifestyle, and as this is the reason why I got into coaching because I didn't want, Goodwood, or we're actually going to have more supplements. We have more supplements on the site now, but
okay,
we have ashwagandha, maca, and we're coming out with some other things.
okay,
But the idea is to get your lifestyle to a point where you don't need to take any
hmm,
of the supplements, that your food is there. And if you need a supplement randomly, or, you just, for whatever reason, then there you go. I don't want to be like, the pharmaceutical industry, you're gonna be stuck with us for life. That's not the that's not the goal. So
No, yeah, absolutely right.
perfect, perfect. Well, hey man, thank you for hopping on. I really love that the fact that you've been doing all of this stuff. Keep it up. Your wife appreciates it, and I think that
Yes.
appreciates it too. So keep that going, and thank you for your work with the kids and coaching and all that stuff. We appreciate
Thank you
that.
so much. Thank you for everything that you're doing for us.
Hey
Again.
man, hey,
Yeah.
I love it. I love it, man. So cool. I will talk to you later. If you need, just hit a calendar appointment. I want to find out how you're doing. So
Definitely.
me informed, man. All right.
Okay.
Perfect.
Have a good one.
You do the same. Bye.